The revolution will now be televised.
Sweet, I gotta eat. With my hustle turbo, never gon' fall. Let it be known. Ain't nothing sweet about the heat. Let it be known when the doors low, then the guns blow. Ain't nothing sweet, I gotta eat. With my hustle turbo, never gon' fall. Let it be known.
I ain't spitting white lies, pumping niggas full of smoke. I'm on that block, I'm getting green, I'm pumping white bars of coke. Making broke niggas rich, teaching novice how to pitch. I made that switch, make yours. Matter of fact, fall back and forth. I grind with a cause, daddy, money's my motivation. I'm a rapper by choice, a hustler by occupation. And my street profession, niggas call me Connect. And hustlers worldwide, show that man respect. Hustlers worldwide, for that reason I collect. See, that feeling's mutual, I never deal with that usual suspect. A snitch nigga's always on deck to put your business on the fence, take cassette. Nevertheless, I put.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Delgados.
We're live on the set of the Delgados podcast. I'm very pleased to be coming to you today from Atlantic City. As usual, I have my partner in crime, Eric Giancarlo, and we have a very special guest with us today, a very prestigious guest. I'm just going to introduce him and you'll immediately know who he is. This is SHAWN STOCKMAN of BOYZ II Men. SHAWN, welcome to the show.
That's good, man. That's good.
How you doing, brother?
I'm great. Happy to be here, fellas.
Amazing.
Thank y'all for
Listen,
having me.
off camera, before we started, I told you our first A-lister. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. I thank you for calling me an A-lister, as I said off camera.
No, for sure. You've earned that title. I mean, you're being gracious and humble. To be honest with you, the illustrious career of BOYZ II Men, the fact that you've lasted this long in the business. I mean, you being in the business, you know how hard it is to stay relevant for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are still as hot and relevant as you are not only speaks to the music, because obviously the music is great, but it speaks to the individuals, because it takes a certain amount of business acumen to last this long.
For sure. The business acumen and at the end of the day, just being stubborn. Just not taking no for an answer and knowing what you're worth. That's one of the things that MJ taught us years ago.
Michael Jackson. Wow. Okay.
We saw him at a Hit Factory years ago. He called us over because he knew we were in town, and so we came over to just pull up and say hello, whatever. And this is when he was working on the Dangerous album with Teddy. And Michael told us a lot of stuff, but one of the things that he told us is and we find it almost kismet that we had that conversation, because he, for some reason, he just wanted to tell us this. And he was like, know your worth. It's like, don't let anybody tell you that you are worth less than what you know that you are. And we've been fortunate enough to have amassed a career full of really great songs that and music that resonated not just here in the States, but the planet. And understanding that, we realized that even when the industry took a turn and focused on other artists, other things, we were like, you know what, we can go elsewhere. And we learned real early that the world's a big place. Like, it's not just about the United States.
True.
So very early in our career, we were taught cultivate the entire market of the planet. So when the US was in transition and doing their own things, we would go to Australia, we would go to Japan, we would go to Indonesia, we would go to places where we were already there. And they showed love.
Basically, you guys decided to work globally.
Yeah. And that's what kept us around. That's what kept us alive. And I think the trick with the music industry is that you have to understand that it goes in cycles. So when your cycle is up, you just got to understand that it'll reset. You just got to buy your time until it comes back around.
So
That's interesting.
You mentioned different countries that you toured in, and you're here now doing a show.
Yeah.
So tell me how important it is touring for an artist such as yourselves and other artists.
It's our field and trade. The record making business for us anyway, and I can't speak for everybody, but for us is really not worth it.
Okay.
To record records and to make this much money, opposed to remembering when people used to really make good money selling records.
Right.
You didn't have to do 100 million streams to get $10,000. You could just go gold and live pretty well.
Right.
And have a nice, decent amount, especially if the budget is low and you recoup it a little bit. You get mechanicals from the label. I mean, from the record sales, and if you wrote, that's even better. And even that now, like songwriting, and the songwriter share these days with streaming is gone. I was just talking to somebody about how I knew people that were just songwriters, not artists, not anything else, but just write songs, and would live in a nice house with a nice car and have a nice living,
Right.
just by writing songs, not doing anything else. But now that's not the case.
And why is that, you think?
Oh, it's simple. Streaming.
Okay.
So
Streaming has ruined the whole
landscape
and the bottom line of the songmongers, the people that make the music, the songwriters, the producers, the artists. Like we all know, and this has been the big fight since DSPs have existed, about the breakdown of these streams and who came up with this system. Like, it wasn't us.
And who's it benefit? Like,
Yeah, well,
it only benefits these large, powerhouse, music companies that basically control the business now.
Yeah.
Streaming has taken away all the power from the artists. I was saying on the last episode, it's 1 million streams for $4,500 to the artist.
It's crazy.
When an artist can just sell 5,000 copies and make 50 times that amount.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's gone away from physical hard copies and moved to music just existing in the cloud, when you talk about where the content is stored and who controls the content, Spotify doesn't care if you guys get paid. They can care less, man.
No, I mean, I don't know the exact numbers. It's not registering right now, but the CEO, I think last year made a good $8 billion.
Yeah, it was $7 to $8 billion.
Yeah.
And,
So and this is off of music. This is off of music and material created by artists who don't even get a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of that.
No, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And that's why I feel touring is so important for you guys.
Touring's extremely important.
That's the component that you guys can control.
Yeah.
And then with the catalog that you guys have built up over the course of the past 30 years, you guys are going to be able to perform, until you meet the Lord.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's
just
it.
100% honest. You're going to be able to
Absolutely.
perform till you basically meet the Lord.
But again, we came in to the industry at a different time, where music was appreciated.
It was valued.
It was valued. We're now able to take that same material and tour the planet because of the precedent that we set 34 years ago.
My brother just brought up your catalog. Do you guys control and own your own stuff?
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. How long has that been in existence?
Well, we did the re-recording restriction, which basically means that we were allowed after a certain amount of time to re-record our records.
Oh, okay.
So we re-recorded The End of the Rose, I'll Make Love to You. So now that we own those, we can license it out.
Great.
So we were able, and we've done it. We're now in the business of basically licensing out our music to TV shows, to movies, and things of that nature,
amazing.
whoever call us. But even better, there's also a clause in everyone's contract. This is not just us, but in everyone's contract that after, I think, and I could be wrong, I'm sure a person will correct me in the comments, but I think it's after either 35 years. If your album reaches 35 years old, labels are obligated to revert the original masters back to the
Back
artist.
to you, yeah.
Right.
So we're at 35 years with Cooley High Harmony. Those masters will revert back to us.
Wow,
Now,
that's great.
So and next year it'll be the 2 album. Those masters will be reverted back to us.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned Cooley High Harmony. That's where I was going next.
Mm-hmm.
The year is 1991. Cooley High Harmony is yet to be released. What is life like for Shawn Stockman prior to the success of Cooley High Harmony?
Oh man, I just we just finished. I just graduated in 1990 from high school. We recorded the record. We were working on other projects before our album came out. Like we did backgrounds and stuff for Another Bad Creation, and my partner Nate and I wrote stuff for a rapper that Biv had under his label called MC Brains. So we were kind of doing the songwriting thing, and just buying our time, rehearsing, staying warm.
Now, did you guys write Aisha?
We didn't write it, but we did a lot of the backgrounds. If you hear the backgrounds to Aisha and Playground,
right,
and Jealous Girl, because we redid Jealous Girl,
right,
you hear a lot of me and Juan.
So you guys were in the game already?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we were working. We were working, behind the scenes.
Now, 1991 is a pivotal year for you guys. Cooley High Harmony comes out. You guys go through the roof. Tell me about that experience. What was that whole year like after it took fire? After you caught fire, what was that year like, bro?
That was
because basically you're a high school graduate.
Yeah.
You're working behind the scenes. You're helping Biv get Biv 10 together and work with these different groups that he's working with. And then Boyz II Men catches immediate flames.
Yeah.
What was that like, Sean?
That was wild. Like it was fun being in Philly. I mean, we weren't rich yet, so we were still in the hood.
Right. We're famous.
Yeah, but we're hood famous.
Right.
So you know how that is.
Yeah.
Really good. That can be really good.
It was nice.
Right.
It was nice to be able to.
It sounds similar to a New Edition story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Very similar. So we embellished in it, man. We enjoyed it, and people would start to recognize you and hear the music and show love in the city. It's nothing like getting love from your own soil. So as kids, we soaked it in until and shortly after that, though, when the single came out, we were on the road. So Motown didn't waste any time. When the single came out, we did a lot of stuff in BET and DC. Remember when it was the headquarters there?
Yeah.
So we would stay up there, stay up in
Simpson
DC.
Back in those days, yeah.
Exactly. We'd stay up in New York, and then we would start our promotional tour. Here's something that is not done these days. We went on a 10-month promotional tour. 10 months.
That's almost the whole year without getting paid.
10 months. On per diem and
you guys
hotel
had families
food.
back then? You guys had families back then? I mean,
I mean, we were kids.
Okay, well, you still your family.
So it was just us. So we were able to kind of roam, moms and dads, and all that. So we just stayed on the road. Like we stayed on the road, and it benefited us because again, we were young, we had the energy, and we didn't want to necessarily stay home. So put us out there. So we went everywhere.
So it's interesting you should say that in the current climate in the music industry now, one, labels don't want to commit to artists in that way.
No.
And that's number one.
Over.
That's over. And then number two, artists don't understand the game and they're not committed to themselves in that way.
No, because they're not taught.
If you tell a new artist, hey man, we're going out on the road for 10 months, it's not going to be super lucrative for you, but what is going to happen, you're going to build a fan base and you're going to start creating, fans that are with you throughout your entire career if you're committed to this process. But artists now are just about creating content and being on TikTok and Snapchat because that's what they know.
We're in the process of the system of instant gratification.
Absolutely.
We're not taught longevity. The artists aren't taught longevity because the industry isn't about longevity. It doesn't benefit the industry to actually invest in a person, especially nowadays where these platforms allow labels to just pick and choose what they want to use for advert dollars and because that's where a lot of the DSPs get paid. It's the ad revenue.
Yes.
So they'll take a young black kid from Wichita or whatever doing a cool little dance, see it catch fire. They put that in the forefront of their algorithm. It draws advertising to the company. They pay money to the company, not the kid, but the company to advertise on this particular 60-second clip or whatever, however long it is. They make their bread. That thing dies down, on to the next one.
For all you creators that are listening, he's dropping serious game on you right now. You understand that the content that you're creating is being used for their profit.
Yeah.
You have to really find the way to control your intellectual property.
Yeah.
Controlling your intellectual property is important. Creating your infrastructure, making sure you actually own what you create, that's key. He just basically explained to you that whether you create a dance craze or a song that catches fire, that starts to go viral, these platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, they're gonna take your content, your original work, use it to their benefit, and then move you to the side. And this is why you have to make sure that all of your works are registered and you can get paid. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
Yeah, so I was wanted to get into your content and your new space that you're doing with your podcast. Tell me how you got into that and what made you do it.
It was simple as this. This was about 6 months ago.
Okay.
And I was doing the Byron Scott's podcast. Shout out to the legend Byron
I
Scott.
actually saw that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. And this is really my first time on a podcast. So I'm sitting, I'm talking. And
When you went on Byron Scott.
yeah, Byron, and shout out to Jay
He's
too,
funny.
his partner Jay. Yeah, no, I love Byron. And
Yeah.
so after it's all done, I had a good time. And I looked around, literally, I looked at the cameras and I said, I can do this shit.
Right. I can make this happen.
And my partner, Brian Amlani, was like, you can? I said, yeah. Just sit and talk about whatever I want to talk about. That's easy. He was like, you want to try it? I said, yeah. So not even 3 weeks into that conversation, we came up with On That Note. And my first guest was Babyface.
What I love about On That Note, and I left a comment, and the comment kind of went viral on your Instagram page. I said, you truly look like you are full of joy when you are on set and you're with your guitar and you're with another artist and you guys are playing a song or having a conversation about the music. You just really look like you're enjoying it.
That's because I am. Like I'm at the bonus stage of my life.
I see that.
Meaning,
I see that.
Like I've had a great career of being an artist, and I've amassed a lot of awards and records, history, making records and selling records and
incredible
all of that.
success. Immense.
Great success. So at this point in my life, everything that I do is a bonus. So, because I did it. Like there's not nobody on the planet Earth, dead or alive, that can say they've done something that I haven't.
No, that's true.
So, and that's not a flex. That's just being real.
No.
Like I've traveled the world multiple times. I've won a Grammy. I've won an American Music Award. I've sold platinum records. I've
You've met Michael Jackson.
I met Michael Jackson.
Prince,
Prince.
right.
Like so, every, I guess you could say, mark or milestone that artists
wish to attain.
to reach, we've reached them. So now with this new space, it was just more or less me doing something that is kind of a departure from what I already do with my group. It's Boyz II Men is kind of its own entity. It's a business. So it's like, it's going to do what it's going to do. So that's secure.
Regardless.
So regardless of that, like, so now I'm like, okay, well, what else can I get into? So the podcast space was just more or less something that I felt like, okay, I can just sit, call some of my friends. We talk about music, but on a deeper level, because what I like to do, because I do watch other podcasts. So for mine to be different, I wanted it to be something more geared to humanizing people.
Right.
It wasn't about hot takes. We got plenty.
Let
me tell you something about the word viral, right? It uses, it's partially the term virus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is infectious.
Which is an infection.
That's right.
So either two things happen to a virus, right? A virus gets killed.
Right.
Because it's a virus, so you don't want it to spread. Or it spreads
and kills many. You don't ever want to go viral. That you don't want to live. How about this? You don't want your career based off of going viral, because it's up and it's down. It's a flu. It's a flu.
It's a flu. So
there's no longevity in that.
There's no longevity in going viral. So people should learn deeper. But again, that's part of the tricks that a lot of these DSPs and a lot of companies that, as I say, that they dangle the carrot for these upstarts and young kids that don't know nothing.
No.
But all they know is that their friend put up a video and it went crazy, and now they're being recognized in their neighborhoods, and they're like, I want to do that, and not really understanding that there's no future in that.
It's a form of exploitation, actually.
100%.
They're being exploited.
They're being exploited.
It's just we're not saying that. Instead of saying that these kids and all these people creating these crazes are being exploited,
It's sophisticated exploitation.
Of course it is. And then I'd like to say this, right? It's interesting about something you said. So similar to you, me and my brother just thought the podcast space was something that we can do. We were just thinking about it, and we were like, we can do this.
Yeah.
And when we thought about it for us, and me and him still have these conversations, it wasn't about talking to famous people and having so-called, viral moments. It was more about us talking about things we're passionate about, sharing a little bit of our history, and just basically talking about the culture and bringing on people that are significant in the culture and having interesting conversations with them. That's what it was really about for us.
One thing I've discovered doing this podcast is, I guess, something that correlates with music. Well, great music. And the truth is, no matter how much the paradigm shifts concerning electronics or technology or whatever, everybody still loves to hear a good story.
For sure.
That will never die.
And there's a story I want you to tell me.
Yeah.
So I didn't know, I was doing some research last night, that you recorded a solo album in the 90s that never came out.
No.
That's not true?
I recorded songs.
Okay.
I did record a single that was on a movie soundtrack starring Richard Dreyfuss, and the song is called Visions of a Sunset. That was really my only attempt at that time at doing the solo thing.
Okay.
In 2000 I forget what it was, 2014, 15, 16,
okay,
something like that. I came out with a solo record, and I could be wrong. I'm getting old, guys. I don't like dates and times.
The year doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I came out with an independent solo album called Forward.
Oh, really?
And, and it was one of those things where it was my shot at just kind of contributing some music and just putting some music in the ethos and seeing how people react to it.
Was it different than what you're doing with Boyz II Men?
Well, yes and no. Different in a sense where it was somewhat of a departure from Boyz II Men because it's just me singing it.
Okay.
So a lot of the songs, which I wrote all of them, were songs that I've always wanted to do or ideas I wanted to do. So of course it's going to have somewhat of the Boyz II Men DNA because I'm in Boyz II Men. I wrote a lot of the songs for Boyz II Men, so it's going to sound Boyz II Men-ish to some degree.
All right.
Yeah, you're an integral member, and some of that creativity that you use it's going to spill. It's spilling over into here, sure.
So, but just by osmosis. So, but I tried to kind of venture off into doing a little bit more of my own thing, and what I mean by that is part of what I try to incorporate with the solo project, and even now, is a lot of my guitar playing. Like, I picked up the guitar when I was 42. And
really?
Yeah.
I thought you was doing it back in those days.
No, I started at 42 years old.
Playing the acoustic guitar.
I didn't stop.
I thought because of your musical background, I thought you were always playing guitar behind the scenes.
Never.
Wow. Never. And who taught you?
Me.
Self-taught.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Thank you.
At 42. And you know how hard it is to learn at this age?
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like if my goofy ass can do it, so can y'all.
Right.
Like it's really just all a matter of how much you put into it. And I put a lot into it. So it was one of those things where I fell in love with it. It became deeper than, and this is another thing too. What I do from when it comes to the podcast and the guitar playing, all this other stuff, was never money motivated. I did it because I love it first.
Okay.
I did it because I wanted to enjoy it, enjoy the experience, and be good at it. That was it. I've always been taught, and this comes from my father, God rest his soul, where he would tell us that do something that you love, the money will come.
Right.
Because if you love it, then with that process of loving something, you'll be great at it.
It's not a chore. It's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as the Joker said, when you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's right.
So when you're really good at something, people are going to come to you and say, hey, you want to do it? And now you're able to go, okay, it's going to cost you this.
Right.
But you got to love it first, because
You got to.
despite how synthetic the world has become through social media, and practically everybody's living in their own worlds and none of it's real, you still have to understand that people can detect what is and what isn't real.
Understandable.
So
Authenticity always shines through.
it always shines through.
If you're not being authentic, people are going to pick up on that.
You will be exposed.
And you won't last. You may have some
You will not
temporary
last.
success. You may have some short-lived temporary success, but authenticity always shines through.
I see the subliminals that the powers that be tend to sell or advertise to us. And it's insidious. It's not some outward like type thing. And what it is that they don't want us to think of, or rather consider, longevity in anything.
No.
Not just music, not just content, but in life, everything.
Wow.
Like when you think about it,
Right.
everybody's living for it now,
The moment.
the moment. That's it. No one's really planting seeds for the future anymore, because again, subliminally, and it's not an outward thing, but subliminally, people are not taught that. People are taught, you may not make it tomorrow. And you may not, but it still behooves you to try to live a type of lifestyle that prolongs your life, opposed to what it looks like now.
Right.
And that's not being taught. And it benefits these companies. Because just like we said, like it's sophisticated exploitation. You do a little TikTok dance, you get the
Make a
camera
little
right,
song,
you're
yeah.
making a little song and everything, and you get 100 million streams, and oh man, you flying high. You might even get a couple of dollars.
Then it's over.
And it's over.
It's on to the next kid who
It's
made another
on to the
dance
next
with
kid.
another little song. So it's about creating a fan base and trying to have some longevity. But even as, all these creatives, all these kids that are creating content, and I speak to the youth directly, because they don't have the same experiences that we have in the music business and the same understanding. So they don't even know that they're being exploited. Like, there's no real understanding for them.
But to some degree, I blame us. We the OGs.
Build on that a little bit.
And a lot of times, and from what I've seen, I see a lot of people, guys my age, that are trying to still fit in to the system, opposed to teaching these kids how to thrive in this type of system. Yes, it's changed from what we know, but at least we understand how to last. And instead of teaching these kids, hey, instead of making beats, make songs. Like just that terminology. Like, yo, I make beats. Okay. But can you make a song?
No. You
Like
can
a
just
song
make
is
beats.
different from a beat. A song is what gets nominated for a Grammy. A song is you know what I'm saying?
A song has a chorus, a song has a bridge.
You understand?
A song has a certain tempo. It has a certain formula. Well, you have to, so like you said, it has to be taught. Making songs is an art form. And when I think about artists from our generation, OG artists, as you refer to them, a lot of OG artists don't know how to wear multiple hats. They're stuck wearing that artist hat.
Right.
That's the hat that they love to wear. Yeah. I'm an artist. This is the hat I wear. I'm about me. Can I make a new album? Can I get a new deal for me?
Yeah.
Can I,
that's real.
Can I still get to the bag?
That's
is where
real.
These old school artists are. And me and my other brother, Jose, our other partner, talk about this all the time. A lot of these old school artists, they're stuck from a mental perspective. Mm-hmm. They can't see what's going on for them now, so they feel like they have to be stuck doing what they were doing 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, and that's weird to me.
And it's sad.
It's sad.
How did you transition from that thought process?
I kept my eyes open.
Okay.
I realized that there was a shift.
Okay.
And instead of trying to stay into my bubble, I embraced it. I understood the world has changed and it's going to change again.
Right.
So it's one of those things where if you understand that, again, as I started in the beginning, the industry, the world is a cycle and it always changes its cycle. So if you acknowledge that, then
embrace it.
Embrace it.
That has to be like, you have to really take that in.
And again, be stubborn. People really got to learn to block out noise, because I've heard it from all angles where people say, "Oh, you're too old for this. Oh, you're a '90s group, or you guys do this and blah 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 blah." All right, that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta block out the noise, and you have to understand, or rather recognize, and just like you said, acknowledge the change, embrace the change, and see how it can work for you. Instead of sitting and complaining about it, or trying to, as I before mentioned, trying to fit in, being the old guy in the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
looking crazy.
Looking crazy.
Looking crazy.
Anybody that's 50 years old or older wearing diamond Cuban links,
looking crazy.
knock it off.
Yo, somebody caught a straight bullet right now.
No, I'm just saying like and not even nice Cuban links.
Somebody caught
Like
a straight
if you're
bullet.
gonna wear a Cuban link, wear an expensive nice Cuban link.
Yeah, but
not one of those little cheapo joints that
no moissanite joints.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is this, right? In terms of,
I'm just joking, but I do see it though. Like I see a lot of.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so in terms of the jewelry and that whole drip look, I feel like there is an expiration date on that, and these older artists, kind of like we said, that are stuck, they want to still be relevant, and they don't know what to do anymore, because in their era they wore the truck jewelry and the big chains and the cables, so they feel now that they're older they need to transition to wearing the new style jewelry, so they can still be relevant.
Hey, listen, I like jewelry. I don't want anybody to think that I don't.
Right.
I like chains.
That's the Prezi.
Yeah, that's the day date. So no, I listen. I love jewelry, and I was kind of joking to some degree.
Right.
But because who I'm calling out are the posers.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? The ones
that
that are trying to still capture relevance by trying to look like one of these young boys.
By trying to be youthful.
And instead of acting your age, being who you are, and not saying you can't hang with the young boys, but your position is different. You're not doing what these young boys is doing. You're trying to teach them. You're the unk now.
You should be mentoring.
You know what I'm saying? Like you the OG. You should be teaching these young kids. All right, I see what you're doing, young blood, but here's what you should do.
Right.
Here's what you should be doing.
Here's what you should be doing, and so on.
You've been around a very long time, and I need to know this from you, somebody who's a producer and a songwriter himself. Who are your top 5 all-time songwriter producers? I need that list.
Babyface, Jammin' Lewis.
Hold on, so slower. Babyface?
Yeah, Jammin' Lewis.
Are we counting Jammin' Lewis as one, or we're gonna?
Yeah, because they're a team.
Okay, good. All right.
They're a team.
In no particular order. Just
This is just me throwing
Yeah.
because you caught me off. So I'm trying to. So Jammin' Lewis. I'm trying to go. Because you said songwriting, so I'll say Rod Temperton.
Okay.
Oh
Rod.
wow, yes. Crazy.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson stuff.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Prince. That's 4.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm gonna go left and say James Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off you didn't mention somebody. You left him out. Stevie Wonder, man.
Of course, Steve. Like you know what it is. Stevie,
Lionel Richie, my favorite.
Yeah. But it's almost like they're everybody's favorite.
Right.
Okay.
Who
gotcha.
don't like
Like-
Stevie?
like
Yo,
Stevie and
5 is not
Lionel
long enough. I should have gave you 10.
Yeah,
5 isn't long
'cause-
enough. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Who doesn't love Stevie
There's too
Wonder?
many people, man.
That he's not even in the he's always in the category.
Yeah.
Like that he's what do you call it? It's not even honorable. It's no honorable. It's just Like when you like you know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
Stevie
when you
and
say-
everybody else.
Yeah, right.
It's everybody else.
It's Stevie, then the top 5.
Right,
Yeah,
I got you.
I got you. Yes.
So-
you understand?
Yeah,
Like
of
there's
course.
some people
Absolutely.
that are in that space.
Of course,
you
no.
know.
I
But
wanna
yeah,
ask-
but back on the jewelry real quick though. Like, because listen, I love jewelry. I love jewelry. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about it's funny because I know a couple of jeweler friends of mine, and I want don't be surprised if I come back with a Slick Rick cable.
Okay.
That's the Rolly man over there.
Yeah.
That's the Rolly King.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I come from that era. And
I wear my cable all the time. I don't know if you watch the show. I'm always rocking the cable.
yeah. So my thing is
Yeah.
I used to walk down 10th and Market in Philly, and you know I used to have a little jewelry district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to just sit and just stare at that truck jewelry. And I even had some friends of mine that would, you know, in the street pharmacy business.
The pharmaceutical industry.
Right. That would wear a lot of that stuff. And I said, I'm gonna get all that shit that they got, but I'm not going to do what they did
Right.
get it.
Right.
to get it. I said, because I like jewelry, I like nice cars, I like nice clothes, and all that other stuff. I don't want to diss jewelry or anything like that, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm a hypocrite.
You know what?
But
I
I love
respect
you.
you even more. The fact that you said some real baller shit right now.
What's that?
Just like you like cars, you like jewelry.
I do.
Like, you know, I don't know that about you because you don't present that in your persona.
Because I'm low key.
Yes.
I'm not big on putting that type of energy out
there. Yeah.
on social
No, that's
media.
dope though, man.
I don't like
But it also is not the Boyz II Men image as well.
It's not, yeah, but
I just feel like you guys have that clean cut,
Yeah.
you know, doo-wop type of vibe. Even though it was in the hip hop era, you guys had that clean cut type of vibe. So maybe it's because it wasn't part of that persona.
there's a certain type of understanding of what place wealth takes in life,
Okay.
where you can still do what you do and still live nice. Like I can proudly say, and again, this ain't a flex, but I love knowing that after we do a show, my 2 partners is going home to some nice ass houses. I've been there.
That's amazing.
I've been to them.
Nice.
They live pretty cool.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
so do you.
It's a
And
good life.
I
It's a
live
good
okay.
life. It's
I
a
live
good
good.
life. Now I want
So-
to ask
so
you
it's
this. I want to ask you this, Sean. In your era, it seems like there were multiple boy bands and boy groups. Why do you feel like, and this is a 2-part question, this is the first part of it. Why do you feel like in the current climate in the music industry, there is not a Boyz II Men popping right now?
Because the industry don't want to create one. And in America. Because you can go abroad
It's happening.
and it's happening. Like there was this Korean group called BTS
Huge.
that ruled the world
Global. Yep.
at one point. And they still do to
right.
some degree. But there's no, again, you start to understand that music is cultural. And what people emphasize in one region, they don't in others. Also, over in Asia and Japan and Korea and all those Asian spots, they still sell hard copies.
Physical. I was just about to say that's the
I didn't
difference
know
now.
that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still sell CDs.
Physical copies.
They sell albums like 33s, like LPs.
What?
They sell merch, the whole 9 yards. So a lot of these artists are really seeing record sales that a lot of us in America don't, because culturally we just don't do that anymore. And I think it's because, again, the corporations that run these things don't want to have a warehouse that houses a bunch of CDs and
Physical copies
Yeah,
that need to
physical
be
copies.
shipped and stored.
It costs them money.
They don't want to employ people. They don't want to pay the rent, the rent on the
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
rather and again, the streaming system, I get it. It works for them.
For them.
Yeah. They make billions. Like
No.
why would they change that? Why would they add to their bottom expenses to their bottom line?
Now I ask you this. Here's the second part of the question. I want to talk about Wanye's kids for a second.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Juan Moore, which are your nephews, basically. Your nephews, Wanye's kids, Juan Moore, the group. Do you feel that they're going to, because they have talent, man. These kids sing amazing.
Yeah.
They have amazing voices. Do you feel that these guys are going to be able to touch the same kind of success that Boyz II Men touched?
No one will.
Not in the climate.
No. And it has everything to do with the climate. It has nothing to do with the talent.
Right.
Those kids can sing their asses off.
Their ass off.
They're amazing kids. They're
Shout
good
out to
kids.
Shout out to Wanye.
Yeah.
And Juan Moore. I love you guys. I
Those-
support what you guys are doing. Wanye, you did a great job with these kids.
Yeah, those are my nephews, man. I love them. You know what I mean? And they're extremely talented kids.
No, they're
But unfortunately, they're in a business that, and I'm not saying they can't reach success, because they can. It's just a little more daunting now, opposed to when we came out, when every other week there was a group coming out. That was just the climate.
that's how it was.
Again, we're into instant gratification. So it's more beneficial for an artist or an individual that wants to be an artist to do it on their own. So the group thing, and again, it's so funny how that kind of is symbolic with what's going on in the climate of the industry right now. Like, there's no togetherness.
Right.
So to be in a group, you have to promote togetherness. You have to promote cohesiveness.
Harmony. There has to be harmony, man.
So we don't promote that really. It's really all about self, me, I.
Now, which brings me to one of the new projects that Boyz II Men has been working on. This show, K-Popped.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with that? And it was interesting that you chose that song for them to remake, or did Black Swan choose that song on their own?
They chose it.
They chose that song to remake.
What song was that?
They chose one of the young ladies, we sang End of the Road, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we sang End of the Road with them, and we did a duet thing, and it came off real dope. She killed it. The production, like, I'm gonna tell you something. Shout out to Korean and all the Asian music makers out there, because they still believe in creating music with feeling, and they don't compromise the creative aspect of it.
The process is still organic for them.
Yeah, the authenticity of it. It's still beautiful. It still has emotion placed inside of it, opposed to, again, and let me say this, because I don't want people to think that I'm dogging my American folks, because I'm not. But you have to see the disparity. You have to see that there's a difference in quality with what's going on in the United States opposed to what's going on overseas. Like, again, producers in the United States make beats,
not songs.
And you hear the difference. I know I do. I have a musical ear, and can't nobody tell me anything different. I know the difference between what is a beat,
right,
and what is a song. They're differences. And again, it's not to dog people, but again, I blame us. It goes back to us. I put it on me. I put it on people my age and everybody that, industry people that I see talking on certain chats that I'm on and all this other stuff, that say a lot, but don't really do much. Like they say a lot of things about, how a song should be in the industry. So teach these kids that. If you're interacting with these kids on a daily basis, like, then teach them how to make that beat into a song. There's very few production companies. One in particular that I think of is 1500 and Nothing. That's out of LA. That's run by Fauntleroy. James Fauntleroy. And my guy Mars, and like a bunch of really talented dudes that are teaching these kids how to be musicians. Terrace Martin, like guys like that who
keeping the culture alive
from a really organic grassroots base. But that's just one.
Right.
And it has got to be more of that.
We need hundreds of those.
We need hundreds of those. And again, instead of trying to, kick it with the kids, first of all, you should be kicking it with the kids anyway.
You got to teach.
You got to teach these kids.
Lead.
Like,
You got to lead.
Our old asses. You know what I'm saying? We should be teaching these kids.
Let me ask you this, right? My brother touched on Image briefly. So you guys, like he said, were basically, at that time, the clean-cut R&B group of that time, right? Did you guys ever catch any flack or any industry beef with, like, the other kinds of bands like the Jodeci's and the Drew Hills of the world, or any kind of conflict because of that?
There was a level of respect that was established specifically between Boyz II Men and Jodeci.
Okay, I'm glad that happened.
Like, those are brothers.
Okay.
They always have been.
Right.
They always have been. And even though, yes, there might have been a friendly rivalry.
Friendly competition.
But yeah.
Healthy, friendly competition.
100%.
Right.
I'm sure that when they got on stage and we're doing the same show with them or whatever, their mission was to try and kick our ass.
To rip the stage.
Just like our mission was the same.
Okay.
But then after that,
It's all love.
We had a good time. Yeah.
it was never like
Never any
mellow
conflict.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Got you.
Not one time. Matter of fact, there would be times where we would be doing the same shows, and while the fans or whatever debating on who they love and who's better and all this other stuff, the both of us are sitting backstage laughing.
Wow. Okay.
But because the thing is that it benefited us that this type of energy was out there, and it's all good. Like it's music, and everybody has their favorites, and everybody's very impassioned
Passionate about their preference.
about their preferences, and we love that. I love that. There are people that are straight Jodeci fans that will give a middle finger to Boyz II Men, and that's funny to me, but it's cool. You know, it's what they love, and that's all right.
Now, you guys are here for the purpose of doing a show tonight over at the Borgata. It's clear and evident, and it has been for a while, that one of the group members, hasn't been present, doesn't perform with you guys, which to me, I never really understood, why he kind of disappeared and faded off into the background. And a couple of my viewers wanted me to ask you this, like, why doesn't he perform with you guys anymore?
Because physically he can't.
Oh, physically?
Yeah.
So it's a health thing.
It's a health thing.
Okay.
It's a health thing. That's and I've mentioned this multiple times, whether it's on my page or other people's platforms. Like, and this I will say, I do regret some of our personal stuff spilling out into the public.
Sure.
Okay.
We come from an era where we don't do Twitter beefs.
No.
Like,
nothing makes it to the public.
I'm a grown man.
Face
you
to
got a
face
problem with me,
talk.
you call me.
Yeah.
The family problem stays with the family.
You got a problem with me, you call me.
Right.
You got a problem with me, we'll go somewhere, we'll meet somewhere, and we'll hash it out, whatever. That's where I come from.
Yeah. Old school.
Us too.
So yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that once something goes out into the public, then it's
out
open
there
to public
permanently,
opinion, and then everybody has their spin or their opinion or their take on what's going on.
Right.
I will say that everything wasn't always good with us and Mike, which led him to leave.
Okay.
So it just so happened that coincidentally, from a physical standpoint, he wasn't capable of doing the stuff that we're doing right now anyway. He has MS, and which developed later. But he had scoliosis as well, which is an irregular curvature in your spine, which he battled for
Combined
years.
with the MS.
Yeah. And even when he was in the group, and this is what people tend to,
That's why he had the cane.
well, no, the cane was just a gimmick at first.
Okay, that was just part of the shtick.
But then it just became something where he needed it after a while, which is
Eventually.
which is very ominous, like it's weird. But you know,
my God.
but my point is even when he was having those back issues, we kept it from the public. But I'm sure people who might have seen us perform, like back in '98 or '99 or whatever, you would see the three of us busting dance moves, and you would see him on a stool.
Mm-hmm.
We still try to accommodate him as much as possible, but that's what people don't acknowledge.
They don't talk about that
They
part.
miss that.
Of course.
But and that's well documented. And it just got to a point where we just couldn't take it anymore because it started to affect our business.
Yeah.
So he left, and even though he's a lot better now than what he was years ago, because he's taking treatments and he's getting treatments and all the other stuff, physically, the moves that we make, the traveling, the tour, like he just wouldn't
The
be able
schedule. He can't keep up with the schedule.
He wouldn't be able to keep up. It has nothing to do with anything personal. Like, we just saw Mike at our show in Vegas.
So there's no
We still
animosity.
no.
You guys are not beefing.
Not at all.
No beef exists
Well, I'm
at
glad
all.
you said
Now-
that you saw each other and you talk.
100%.
Yeah,
Now, was it always like that? No. But That's our business.
Right.
That's
And
brothers.
families go through things.
Families go through shit.
Listen, me and my brother talk about this all the time. Particularly, sometimes we don't get along, but when we get on set, it's all love.
Right.
But prior to us making it to the set, sometimes there are major disagreements, man.
And guess what? You even get over those after a while. You chop it up.
Sure.
Y'all have some Italian. Y'all drink some good wine, and all is forgiven.
All is forgiven.
And you keep it moving. And we had to go through that process with Mike. Yes, we had a period of
Separation.
non-communication, separation, and things of that nature. But we brought it back together because at the end of the day, no matter what people say, and no matter what opinions people might have, that's still gonna be our brother, whether we agree or disagree.
Right.
But we still family. And you can ask Mike that. So my thing is that we had a bad moment, and some of it played out in public, which sucks because I don't like that.
So all that's behind you.
But it's behind us. We good. But from a physical standpoint,
That's amazing.
Mike just can't keep up with the pace, with the scheduling. And that's why. That's why he's not in the group, guys. Not because
no matter what, he's still going down in history with the rest of you guys.
100%. We wouldn't be Boyz II Men without Mike. And that's real.
You guys got inducted yet? Not.
To the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
The Rock and Roll Hall of
Yeah,
Fame?
yeah.
Not yet.
It's coming?
Hope so.
It has to.
Can I get an invite?
Hell
Listen,
yeah.
it has
Hell
to.
yeah.
It has to.
All right, my man.
You can't get around inducting Boyz II Men. I don't know the date or the time, but you can't get around putting these guys in.
It would be nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
It would be nice.
This is the time of the show where we'd like to recognize our sponsor, Jack Turner Watches. I'm wearing a custom 18 karat gold, one of one Jack Turner watch that was made for me. Thank you. But fortunately for you guys, we can offer you 20% off if you use the code JACK20 at www.jackturnerwatches.com, which brings us to the part of our show where I would like to present our prestigious guest with a small gift from our sponsor.
Oh.
Something for you to take with you. Yeah, man. Something for you to take with you.
I wasn't expecting gifts.
No, you're definitely
care, guys.
You're
I don't
definitely
know how
getting
big it
gifts.
is for you to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
If you could just open that up for us.
open it? Okay.
Yeah, I want you to open that.
Should I read the card too?
Yeah, read the card.
sentimental?
Yeah, it is sentimental.
It's
Read
sentimental?
Yes, brother.
Okay,
read
all
the
right.
card and open your watch.
All right,
man.
guys, grab your tissues.
Yes, please.
All right, hold on.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Thank you is such a simple phrase. Amen. We are grateful and humbled that you have blessed us with your presence on our show. It really means a lot to us. Likewise, guys, I had a great time.
Appreciate
Amen,
that.
bro.
But there's a world of meaning and appreciation in it from Dave and Eric. Sorry. Yeah, the Delgado. But brothers, thank you.
No, we
I really
appreciate you.
appreciate this. Okay.
We appreciate you.
So hold on, put that.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
nice.
you go. Like mom used to do. Like mom.
Yeah,
used to do.
That's right.
Yes, bro.
Ain't it funny how you pick up with moms?
Yeah,
I
absolutely,
just
bro.
celebrated a birthday.
You
And
basically-
I do the
Yeah,
same
26.
thing.
You a Virgo?
Yes, I'm a Libra.
Oh, Libra. Okay.
But yeah, I do the same thing. My sons give me cards, and you put it by the end table, the nightstand, because that's what parents do, right?
No, yeah,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Okay, very nice box. Giggity. All right. Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now break this down for me. Like,
Okay.
what do I have here?
Take that piece out.
Okay.
Show that.
I love skeletonized.
Yeah,
pieces.
show that to the camera really quick.
Yeah.
He was wearing a Jack Turner skeleton watch, Swiss movement, made in Switzerland. That entire watch is put together by one watchmaker. The process for making this watch, each individual watch of this model is made by one watchmaker in particular, who assembles the entire watch. So this was beautifully designed and masterfully crafted. And I want you to wear this in good health and enjoy it.
It is
and
beautiful.
you can get this at jackturnerwatches.com. Use code JACK20 for 20% off site-wide on any timepiece that you're interested in.
Love the blue hands. You can't get this watch though.
Right.
Sean, wear that in good health, man.
No,
So when you buy that Cuban link, you rock that.
That's right. That's right.
That's right, man.
Oh man, this is beautiful, guys.
Amen, bro. Yes, automatic Swiss movement.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes,
That's
sir.
way cool.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
You enjoy that. You wear
Yeah,
that in good health.
this some like some blazer and slacks type vibe.
It is.
You know
It
what I
is.
mean?
That's when you throw on the tux jacket.
Yes, nice stick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah, I smoke.
Avid?
Absolutely.
Not as.
Not
I
how much
want,
you
I don't
used
want
to.
people getting upset. I don't smoke as much. I don't. But occasionally I'll have a nice cigar.
Well, you have to protect the vocal cords.
Yes,
You can't
yeah.
You can't
And
be
that's
taking
another
into
thing,
it
for
smoke,
sure.
man.
But when I'm feeling festive, when I'm around friends or something like that, yeah, I'll enjoy a nice cigar too.
You'll partake.
Yeah, I'll partake.
Sure,
for
man.
sure.
And
100%.
this is basically my hobby. This is what I do.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That with a little Yamazaki, and
Are you in the Japanese whiskey?
yeah,
Yeah, I like Scotch.
I like Scotch too. I'm a McAllen.
Oh yeah. So watch our show number what?
He needs to watch
Cola.
number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. So my friend Cola, he's a Nigerian. He's a police officer in New York City.
Okay.
He owns a McAllen collection worth $750,000, and he brings some of the collection on the show and talks about his old collection.
Oh, I will definitely.
We
check
have
that
So
out.
5.
we have pretty in-depth conversations about
Oh man,
different whiskeys, and then also we talk about cigar culture. It's a great episode.
I would love to watch that because again, I'll admit I won't say I know everything about it, but I'm an avid student, and I would
He
love
knows
to
it
learn
here.
more.
He's a fan, and if you ever need some McAllen you can't find anywhere in the world, I would put you in contact.
100%.
There you go.
We'll exchange. Hey man, I appreciate this, guys. I really do.
Listen, we appreciate you, man. We wanted to show our appreciation. Just our entire interaction from the first time that I reached out to you. I basically watched your podcast, and I was like, just the mere joy that you showed on your podcast. I was like, I want to talk to Shawn. I was like, I want to sit down and chop it up with this brother. And I hit him up on Instagram, and he was very gracious. I guess when he had time to respond, he did. And he said when he was on tour closer to the East Coast, he would come on the show. And here we are. He's a man of his word. We really appreciate you pulling up, brother. Thank you so much.
Brother. It's all love. Thank y'all, man.
Peace and love, man.
Yeah, and God bless y'all, man. And continue success with you guys' podcast. I feel like in this space, I think that the biggest element to everybody getting a piece of the pie, because everybody can, is support. If we just support each other, just visit each other. And what's funny is I learned that from Joe Budden. Like Joe would tell it, listen, if you're in Jersey or whatever, just stop by.
Just pull up.
Just pull up. Speak, we'll talk, cross-pollinate. It's great.
No,
And
it's
vice versa.
amazing, man. It's
You know,
really
so
amazing.
so I appreciate you guys, and like I said, it's very classy, very cool, and a great conversation. I don't even like to call them interviews. I call them conversations.
Conversations, absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
so
Candid conversations.
candid conversations. So thank
breaking,
y'all.
we're breaking bread with words.
That's it.
Listen, man, to our audience, as usual, we would like to say thank you for tuning in. Shawn, once again, we'd like to thank you for coming. This has been another episode of the Delgados podcast. You already know what it is.
Peace and love, people. Peace and love.
Peace.